Hello, students. What we're going to do now is create a calendar inside of Microsoft Word. We're going to make a 1 month calendar using tables inside of Word. So first, what we're going to do is put in a header and put your name, date, and period in the header of the document. And to do this, we want to double click up here towards the top of the document, and that's going to get us inside of the header. And some things may appear different on the screen than it appears on your computer, depending on what version of Microsoft Word you have installed and whether you're on a Mac or a PC. I'm on a Mac and I'm using Word 2011, and you guys may be working on Microsoft Word 2016 on a PC. So some things may be a little different, but I'll explain those differences to you as we go along. So first, in the header, what we're going to do is click the Align Right button right here. And then we're going to put in our name, the date, and period. And then after that, you could click Close Header, and that's going to close the header. And now we're inside of the document. You can see we have the flashing cursor right here. And what we're going to do is, if you're on Windows and using version 2016 of Word, you're going to go to Insert and Tables. But on a Mac, on 2011 version of Word, we're going to go to Tables, and then we're going to click this New button, the down arrow. And so what we're going to make, the size table that we're going to make is a 7. And we're going to go down, let's go down 6 rows. 7 by 6. I think that'll work. All right, we're going to highlight the first row, and we're going to use the right button and to bring up this drop down menu, and we're going to go to merge cells because that's where we're going to put the month. And what we're going to do now is we're going to come to this square, we're going to go to the corner, we're going to bring that square up, and when we see the 2 arrows, then that's when we're going to click, and we're going to drag down to stretch this out. And we're going to have to scroll down, and we want to stretch it out so it takes up the whole page. So I think that's close enough to the bottom where it doesn't bring up a whole new page. And what we're going to do right here is we're going to type in the days of the week. So we're going to type in Sunday, and I'm going to use the right arrow. And then we're going to put in Monday, and I'm going to use the right arrow. Tuesday, and I'm going to press the right arrow. Wednesday, I'm going to press the right arrow. Thursday, I'm going to use the right arrow. Friday, and the right arrow, and Saturday. All right, now you can see that Wednesday is such a long word that it made the whole column of Wednesday wider than the other columns. But I don't want that. I want all the columns to be the same size. So what we're going to do is we're going to shrink the font so it doesn't take up too much space, and we can get them all the same width. So we're going to select the words, the text, and we're going to go to Home, and we're going to go to Font. Let's go try font size 10. Is that even? I think the Wednesday column is still a little wider. So we're going to change it to 9. Let's go to font size 9. And we're going to make it bold. Let's make the days of the week bold. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now we don't need the row of the days of the week so big. So we're going to click, we're going to hover over here on this line, and we're going to click, and we're going to drag it up to make that whole row with the days of the week smaller. And while we're at it, we're going to actually put a background. Well, we'll come back and we'll put a background color to that row later. So now that made our table smaller, so we're going to make our table take up the rest of this page again. by clicking and dragging like we did before. Oops, that made it go to 2 pages, so I made it too big. So I'm going to drag it, make it a little smaller to where it's only 1 page. Okay, so that's 1 page. So now let's put in word art for the name of the month, where we're going to put the name of the month. So here's a word art icon, or on Word 2016, you could click Insert and go to Word Art. I'm just going to use this icon right here, and let's see, it's September right now. And I want you to put whatever current month you're in, that's what you put in the name for your month. So I'm going to use this one. September. Yeah, let's use this one. And I'm going to put in September. You could choose whatever font style you like, but I want it to be some type of word art, some type of different font. I want it centered, and you're going to have to make it pretty big. Let's try 36. Let's make it bigger. 72. Ooh, okay, that's looking good. We'll keep it at 72. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to highlight this row, and we are going to give this row a background color. So we're going to click on tables, and it says shading. So we're going to try to pick a color that's like the purple color in the word September. Okay, that's close enough. That'll work. That'll work. Now we need to put in the days of the week. So you need to look at a calendar and see what days of the week, what's the first day of the month, what day that comes on, and then you're going to start filling in the days of the month. And for September, the 1st of September is on this Saturday. So we're going to put 1 there. And I'm going to use the arrow to go to the next square. I'm going to put in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on and so forth. So put in all the numbers for the days of the week, for the dates of the week. You may have to scroll down like I am. Okay, this is perfect. So now there's a whole 2 weeks that need to be on there again. There's a whole week missing and 1 day, so really it's like 2 weeks. So we need to add to our table. So now what we want to do is add 2 more rows to the bottom of our calendar so we can fit all of our days in. So all we need to do is click inside of one of the cells on the last row of our table, and then we're going to go to table layout, and we're going to come here to where it says add new row directly below the selected row. So we're going to click that once, and it gives us 1 row, and we're going to click it twice for 2 rows. So now we want to resize the rows or the table so it fits all onto 1 page. There you go. There's our newly sized table or calendar. So now we're going to finish putting the days of the month in. So the last day of the month ends on the 30th. And we could leave our calendar like this, but it does leave a lot of empty cells. And I actually want to delete these cells. So what we're going to do is highlight them all, and we're going to right click, and it says delete cells, and then it says shift cells to the left. So it's going to delete them and move them to the left and end it right here. So that's what we wanted to do, and we're going to click OK, and there you have it. Now, there was a holiday in September. On September 3rd, that Monday was a holiday, and there was no school, and most people didn't have to go to work. So we want to insert something on that holiday. So we're going to click on Monday the 3rd for September, or if you're working on a different month, any holiday during that month, I want you to do something similar to this. We're going to type in Labor Day and no school. So it just increased the size of that cell. So we're going to make the font a little smaller so it fits in the cell and doesn't disturb any of the layout. And what we also want to do is, that was a special day during the month. We didn't have work, we didn't have school. So I want to make this cell a different color so it stands out from the rest of the cells in our calendar. So what we're going to do is go to Tables, and we're going to go to Shading, and we could leave it to that purple color that we selected. So now this is what our table looks like. If you guys have any questions or you need to review this video, you may have to watch it a couple times so you could get your calendar to look right. Also, remember, if you're using Microsoft Word, a different version than on a Mac, and using 2011, some of the things, some of the toolbars, some of the layout on the toolbar may be a little bit different, but the major functions are the same. And even if it is a little different, you should be able to figure it out. I know if you're on 2016 Microsoft Word, then a lot of your functions will be on Insert. You go to Insert and go to Insert Table. You go to Insert Word Art. So you could do that on that version of Microsoft Word. Good luck with the assignment. Let me know if you have any questions.